we will most likely at some point get interrupted by Blake. I actually might insert some of the footage from the last 2 takes that I attempted where he so sweetly came to talk to you guys. What? What?
Can you give me a dinosaur? Can you get me a dinosaur puppet?
A dinosaur puppet. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, Blake.
I want to say hi.
You want to say hi? Come here. Don't knock over my coffee. Can you say hi?
I can say hi. And my mom is gonna order like what are those puppet dinosaurs called? Oh, and my mom is gonna order like a dinosaur puppet online.
A dinosaur puppet online?
Yeah, I wanted a T-Rex dinosaur puppet. And then
Okay. Thank you. And then I have laundry going on in the background, and I have a cat outside that keeps going in and out. So we will most likely get interrupted at some point. However, I'm gonna try to do this without any interruptions. So here we go. So seminar. The seminar was a requirement through my surgeon's office that I had to attend. That seminar was on the 7th of February, which it is now the 19th, and I realize this is way late, and I apologize. I have seriously meant to record a video for the last 2 weeks, and it just hasn't happened, but here we are. Okay, seminar was interesting. It was not bad, it was not great. There was a lot of people there. A couple good things did come out of the seminar. That's kind of what I want to touch base on. The first thing was I actually decided on a different surgeon. There was no bad reason. There was nothing that happened that made me go with a different surgeon. It just happened to be that the surgeon that hosted the seminar, who unfortunately had to do it through kind of like a pre-recorded Skype situation because he had an emergency. It was really great. I really enjoyed his enthusiasm and his knowledge. Like, his knowledge base about bariatrics was impressive. It was just incredible, and it hooked me, and I was like, that's my surgeon. So learned a couple things. However, I knew pretty much all of it because of how long I've been waiting for my surgery, how much research I've done, so on and so forth. One thing that I did learn, which I am going to ask about during my consultation, is this specific bariatric surgery center and this specific group of surgeons does not require you to do a pre-op diet. That was very strange to me. It was very foreign to me. So I reached out to a couple of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of just to kind of, get a feeling, is this something that's normal? And I was very shocked to see that there was quite a few people who were not required to do a pre-op diet. With that being said, I have decided for myself that I am still going to do some type of pre-op diet. Most likely a whole week of, shakes, liquids, clear liquids, and then maybe like a, lean protein at lunch. And then definitely the last couple days, pure, clear liquids. It's something that I feel is really important, and I want to make sure that I'm doing everything possible for my surgery to go seamlessly. So I learned that. I learned probably the best part was I learned that my husband was really intrigued by this seminar. It allowed him to sit down, to hear it from somebody else, to hear statistics, to hear the surgeon speak, all of these things. It wasn't that he was not supportive, it was just that he didn't have a good knowledge base. And I think it was just different coming from somebody else. I swear to you, this cat is gonna get punted across the back lawn. Don't call animal control on me. Totally kidding. So let's talk about fears and concerns. I have a good little list here, not a huge list, but a list of some things that I just want to talk about with you guys and I just want to put out there. Now, I am fully aware that the majority of these things could or could not happen. I am fully aware, done all my research, you know, realize that there's a really good potential for these things to happen. But also I'm aware that they don't happen to everybody. But these are just fears and concerns of mine that I want to share with you guys. So the first one that is a real concern of mine is throwing up post-op. I hate throwing up. I would rather be in any amount of pain than throw up. And I have been around a lot of post-op situations and I know that it is a very real side effect from anesthesia, and I am definitely going to request said patchy behind the ear for nausea because I'm so afraid of throwing up after surgery. I'm like, hello, your tummy is like stapled up. I don't want to be hurting my sleeve, and I just hate throwing up and being nauseous anyways. So that is a concern of mine. Traveling home is a concern of mine. If you watched one of my previous videos, you know that I live in Sun Valley, Idaho, and my surgeon's office is in Boise, which is about 3.5 hours away, hoping that you don't hit any snow, deer, elk, moose, things like that. So the time could vary a little bit. I know that I'm not going to be in the hospital forever. I'm going to be about 24 hours post-op and, you know, hoping, barring that there are no complications or issues that I'm having, they're going to send me home. It's a long drive. It's a pretty windy drive. I am hoping that I don't get nauseous, that I don't like dry heave, that I'm not in a ton of pain, things like that. It is what it is. If it happens, it happens. But that's something that I'm a little bit worried about. Another thing that I'm concerned about is being able to get stuff down. I have seen a lot of people who have had no issue at all getting stuff down. It's not painful. They don't feel like it gets stuck. They don't have any issues with one thing versus another thing. And then I've also seen people who have had a lot of issues. I would let him in, but he'll want right back out. But I have seen a lot of people who have had a lot of issues getting things down. One thing goes down really easy while the next doesn't. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. They're the same consistency, same acidity, you know, things like that, that concerns me a little bit as I go from one phase to the other, from liquids, you know, to pureed, to soft foods, to whatever. I'm just kind of nervous about that transition, what that's going to look like. So I think I'm going to be somebody who's a lot more cautious about what I am choosing to ingest and test my pouch with. And there are people who, you know, are like, oh, I didn't really have any concerns. I skipped the end of that phase. I went to the next one. I didn't have any issues. And then I've seen people that are like, oh, you know, I definitely wanted to take it slower. I was, you know, scared to push that. And I think I'm going to be one of those people that just takes things a little bit slower and is a little bit more cautious. So I've gotten the question on, you know, I kind of addressed it in a past video, was, did I have any concerns with, you know, my marriage post-op? I definitely don't have concerns about my marriage. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see what changes I have personally. Well, I mean, I guess one thing you could say I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about it. I'm just like, what is gonna happen? So to say that my husband is obsessed with me would be an understatement. There's definitely a lot of like he's very touchy-feely. I'm not. You know, so that's something that it's kind of always something that I'm having to communicate. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I need a little bit of space. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, how much not worse is it gonna get, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is that like, is it even physically possible? And if it is, I'm not ready for it. Clearly I'll get through it. It's fine. There will be communication, but it's kind of a funny thing that I'm like, what? I don't know if I can handle any more of that. One thing I am a little bit concerned about is relationships with friends. I don't have a ton of friends. I have a really good core, close group of friends that have definitely, everybody has definitely supported me. They've all been on board. They've been really great. But yeah, I am a little bit concerned about relationships changing with my friends. Hopefully they will all be positive changes and there won't be a lot of negative things that come up or that, you know, are issues that, you know, kind of come out of the woodwork. I feel like when there's a really big change, it definitely shakes things up a bit. I am definitely, just as with my marriage, planning on having a lot of communication, a lot of open communication. Please come to me with any concerns, but also know that this is something that I have chosen to do and I want and I need your support. And if you're not prepared to give that to me, then we need to Trevor Ronald! Then we need to talk about that now before this happens. I want to make sure that everything's ironed out and that there is no issues with communicating with me. Fifth concern that I have is loose skin. It's going to happen. I am hoping, being 31, that the elasticity in my skin is, you know, still really good and that I will be able to do a lot of working out. Sorry, text message. You know, that in working out and toning and weight training and doing, you know, all of those things that I want to be doing post-op, I'm hoping that that will help with that. Again, you're not going to be flawless. Like, there's a lot of weight on this body and a lot of stretched skin, so it's definitely inevitable that there is going to be some loose skin. I just hope that, which I guess is where it plays into a concern, if you will, I just hope that my body is really good at snapping back, and I'm going to do everything that I physically, mentally, and emotionally can to make sure that I do everything for my body that I can to help it in that process. My last fear and concern is, am I even going to be able to get this surgery? If you watched my first video, you know that this has been a process going on for about 4.5, almost 5 years. I have had a lot of issues pop up that have prevented me from getting this surgery for so long now that there's still this part of me that's like, is it going to be another letdown? Is it going to be another hiccup? Is there going to be another speed bump? Is there going to be something else that throws me off course? Now, it's still a possibility that I'm not even supposed to get this surgery. I have prayed a lot about it and I have completely given it to God and said, if I'm supposed to have this surgery, let's do this. But if I'm not, please put a stop to it. Yes, it's the desire of my heart. Yes, it's what I want. Yes, it's what I'm fighting for. Yes, it's what I'm excited about. I am so pumped to get this. I am so ready. But if it's not meant to be, it's not going to be. And I'm not going to force that. But yes, I am still hoping and praying that this is what God has in store for me. I am very grateful for the things that jumped in the way in the past, preventing me from getting this surgery, because I truly feel like I was not ready for this 4 years ago. I physically wanted, I was like, yeah, I want this. I want to lose the weight. I wanted this, I wanted that. But mentally, I was not ready for this, you guys. I was not prepared. I was not in a headspace that would have been healthy, in a headspace that would have allowed me to succeed. And over the last 4.5 years, I have gotten to a point, well, no, excuse me, you guys. I take that back. It's been 4 years, not almost 5 years. I'm now finally in a place and I've been able to go through the steps. I've been in therapy and counseling, you know, getting to a place with myself that's a lot healthier. And I truly believe that that's going to make this a success. So, okay guys, so that's everything I had for you today. On the 26th, next Tuesday, is my consultation with my surgeon in Boise. My husband's going. I'm going to be taking my youngest son, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. It's going to kind of be a cute little vlog experience. I'll have you guys there with me. I might even go get some ear piercings while I'm down there for my migraines. Keep an eye out for that video though. I'm super excited to ask a bunch of questions and get some answers to the questions that I have. Super pumped to be able to sit down with him and talk to him and take the next step for surgery. So, all right guys, I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me. For those of you who have subscribed, I really appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button, comment any comments or questions that you have, hit the like button. That really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.